Kathmandu. Kathmandu is the next upgrade after Jakarta. It should be coming up here in about 4 months, hopefully if everything goes well. And in today's episode, I'm going to explain to you guys what Kathmandu is and why I'm even more bullish on Tezos after reading about this protocol upgrade. As usual, this is Mac from Cryptstar Staking, your #1 source of crypto news on the tube. And if you want to go ahead and support the channel, please join our Telegram group below. We are currently boycotting TZBTC liquidity baking, so just be aware of that. Make sure you go ahead and register with us before you delegate to us. That way you can get the lowest fee, which is 12% right now. And last but not least, I am not a financial advisor, so please go ahead and do your own research. All the research and information that I go ahead and put forward to you guys in this video, I'll go ahead and leave links in the description so you can check them out yourself. Let's go ahead and jump right into today's video. So this article by Nomadic Labs, from Jakarta to Kathmandu nonstop. Basically, they're talking about the new Kathmandu protocol upgrade. And the main sort of feature of this upgrade is Skorus, and those are smart contract optimistic rollups. Now, if you remember, on Jakarta, we had Torus, which are the transactional optimistic rollups, and they were extremely beta. Nomadic Labs and core development team is not expecting anybody to go ahead and, develop any dApps on this right now because it is a beta feature and there's going to be better one coming out in the future. So any dApp builders are going to have to rebuild their dApps if they're building something for mainnet on the Torus currently. Now, Skorus are the next step in their sort of timeline, and these Skorus might be able to use these for long term. Not 100% sure. There is another step after that, which you can go ahead and check in my previous video. I talked about this. And those will probably be the more finalized version of the layer 2 solution on Tezos. So Skorus, basically, this will allow people to use smart contracts on the layer 2 solution. So if you scroll down here to the middle of the page, you can see that starting with the Kathmandu protocol proposal, we want to take a new approach to the protocol development process. Taking in feedback from the recent proposal periods, Kathmandu marks a move towards continuous development process that reduces friction and enables ecosystem developers to build support for new features incrementally in close collaboration with the core protocol developers. So in past videos and on Reddit, I've kind of talked about a lot of times the core development team not reaching out to the dApp community, the people who are building on Tezos, and we are actually getting a very strong dApp community. We have Crunchy, we have Tezotopia, we have Object.com, we have all sorts of amazing dApps and NFT platforms being developed on Tezos. But it's really important for the core development team to create the tools and resources that those dApps need to go ahead and make the dApps better. Because if we just focus on the core development and there's no use case for that actual development, it ends up going to waste. Sort of like the ZK snarks and the ZK pools they basically had a technology that ended up becoming outdated and they weren't able to use it because nobody built a front end for it. So it looks like they're actually taking a move in the right direction here and going ahead and starting to work with some of the other developers, dApp developers in the ecosystem to try and create more useful protocol upgrades. So this is very bullish for me. Now let's go ahead and scroll down and see what's coming in Kathmandu. So first steps towards a pipeline block validation. So I'm going to kind of skip this. It's a little bit deeper, and I don't think it's really important for the average user. I mean, it's important, but it's not, you don't need to know the dirty details. So I believe that one of the biggest dApp requests for the core devs was this event logging in Tezos smart contracts. And this is why they're saying it marks like a beginning of the communication between dApps and the core developers. This is very, very important. So they're going to provide support for Tezos smart contracts to cheaply emit on-chain events, statically typed event data attachments. This new feature will enable dApp developers to send publicly visible on-chain messages in order to trigger effects in off-chain applications. For instance, events can be notifications of change of contract states, being explicit or implicit. So they can work with their layer 2 solutions, their personalized dApp layer 2 databases, to go ahead and take data from the blockchain and have those be updated through the blockchain messages. So kind of relay messages through the blockchain to the layer 2. And I'm not sure what the exact use cases for this. I'm guessing it would be for gaming as well as certain NFT contract updates and selling NFTs and stuff like that, so that users can get more notifications for what's going on in their sort of dApp that they're using. A really, really exciting part for me as well with this event logging is the support for permanent test networks. And this isn't just one test network, this is multiple test networks. And as you know, on my channel, I've been really focused on trying to get the core development team to work with dApps more and to create a permanent test net so that they can keep testing their products and not have to do a lot of rework, which we don't have a whole lot of developers on Tezos. We're getting more, But in order to make the best use of the current developer's time, we need to have this permanent testnet. And so they actually started implementing this. So you can see here, Nicholas Ochem basically talks about the new TZ zip draft, and it's the testnet admin keys. So basically what this does is it allows you to create your own admin keys for a testnet and then do on-chain upgrades through the mainnet to the testnet. So that way you don't have someone trying to fork the Tezos network. So this is very exciting for me. It's going to be really cool to have permanent testnets. So that way you have DApp owners like Crunchy and Unsheet from Tezotopia spend 10% of their time or 5% of their time redeploying smart contracts. They can just focus on pushing out new updates to Tezotopia so we can have better battles and better smart contracts. So yes, this is extremely bullish for me. This will basically allow 10% better productivity for our current DApp owners. So thumbs up, guys. Anyways, that is it for today's update. I really hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm really excited for Kathmandu. And it looks like it's going to have some really cool updates, especially with those scoreroos and with the new ghost net for the testnet. Anyways, you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys all in the next episode. Namaste.
Bro, we need to pump it. Everybody, go to the Twitter and hashtag the things. Pump it. You know, pump it real good. We need a good pump. Everybody deserves a nice Tezos pump.